Excuse me, Eric, where are you going right now?
I'm sorry, an emergency has come up, so I have to go.
An emergency? How could anything be more important than our wedding? There are so many of our friends and family here right now to celebrate you and I getting married today. What kind of reason could you have that would make it right for you to leave our wedding now?
My ex-girlfriend is struggling with a really bad fever right now, and she needs my help. We're going to have to postpone the wedding for right now. And then when I get back from her side, we can continue on with it.
You're kidding me. We're in the middle of our wedding, yet you'd rather be by your ex's side?
I don't have a choice right now because she's a real mess with that fever.
And when you say your ex-girlfriend, are you talking about Skylar?
Ah, so you know who I've been talking about. Now that I think about it, you and her used to be friends with one another back in the day, right?
That's right. And that's the exact reason why I don't want you going to her right now. Or are you saying that she is more important than your bride?
Don't say such grudge-ridden crap like that. I'm just a nice guy that will not leave those in trouble without any help. I wish you'd be more happy with the fact that you're getting a husband as thoughtful as me.
The only person you're that thoughtful towards is her, though. And wait, how the heck do you know about her having a fever right now and not doing well?
She sent me a text saying she's not doing too well.
So you're telling me you've been looking at your phone during the middle of our wedding? I'm asking you to please come back here so that we can get this wedding back on the road. Come back here right now, Eric!
Shut up already, Hallie. Right now, Skylar's a mess due to that horrible fever. If I don't go to her right now to be by her side and that fever gets worse, causing her to go into a life-threatening state, what do you think will happen to her? Who'll be there to take her to the hospital then and keep her from dying?
How about you stay here and spend the most special day of your life with me and have someone else go take care of her? You don't have to go.
Ugh. I never thought you were that heartless towards other people who've never wronged you. Just shut up and keep everyone here until I'm able to come back. I want you to entertain everyone in a way where they won't get upset over me having to postpone things there.
So you are really going to leave then? Eric! God damn it, Eric!
Hallie, why were things just postponed like that all of a sudden? Eric didn't even say a word to anyone before he just stood up from his seat and ran out of the room. Did something bad happen that none of us are aware of?
Dad, actually, Eric, he's going over to his ex's place.
His ex-girlfriend's place while he's in the middle of having his wedding?
And to make things worse, it's Skylar's place that he's going to.
Skylar? Is she that girl who was in the same grade as you all throughout high school?
That's her.
What is going on here? Not only are both of the families all gathered here today, but clients and partners from work, leaders, employees, all sorts of very important people. What was Eric thinking doing something like that?
I have no clue, Dad. I was trying to understand what he was thinking by asking him to explain things to me, but now he's not even replying to my texts.
I'm sorry. I didn't want this sort of thing to happen to you.
No, I'm sorry for you, Dad. I understand that Eric has always been a problem for so many people to have to take responsibility for. But when something like this happens, you'd think he'd at least have the common sense not to leave. I trusted that he loved me enough not to do this.
Maybe it was a mistake to trust in someone with a history like him? You and I were both aware that there were things that are wrong with the kid, right?
I know that, Dad. You're right. Ever since I started going out with Eric, he's always been staying in touch with Skylar like they'd never even broken up. And there was that one time that he and I got into a fight over that. In the end, I told him to never ever talk with her again. Yet, him not listening to me makes it feel as though I've been stabbed in the back now.
That's because you've been stabbed in the back by him. But it was bound to happen with him. Now that the groom is no longer around, there's no point in wasting everyone's time by holding them here. Hallie, when you get a response from Eric again, you let him know that the families are waiting on him. I have an idea for what to do about him.
Can do. Eric, even if it's just for a few seconds, could you please shoot me a reply?
Shut up already. Skylar just fell asleep and I don't want my phone going off and waking her up. If you keep calling and texting me, I'm gonna have to block you.
I don't care about Skylar right now. When do you think you'll be able to make it back to the wedding?
Huh? Oh, that's right, the wedding. I haven't really made up my mind yet, but I'd like to spend a little bit more time watching over her to make sure she's all right before I go back.
How much longer do you plan on keeping everyone here waiting? You can't expect all of our guests to just sit here waiting for you to finish up doing something that has no relation to all of us, right?
If we're going to be charged for holding the wedding for longer than planned, could you go ahead and pay the fee? I had to come all the way out here to take care of someone with a life-threatening sickness.
Why the heck aren't you listening to anything I'm saying, Eric? Is Skylar really that important of a person to you still? She's your ex-girlfriend, man, and shouldn't mean much at all to you anymore. And you know that her and I aren't close to one another, so you should respect that fact and stay away from her. I have told you plenty of times before to stop meeting and talking to her, right? And all of those times you've told me that you'd never go near her again. Yet, Eric, you chose the worst day to break that one promise you made to me. Our wedding day, and in the middle of our wedding at that.
And about all of that, Hallie, I know that you've told me before about how you and her don't get along all that much now, but Skylar told me that's just not the case. So does that mean you're jealous of the fact that I'm giving her some of my attention still? I just knew that you plain girls always get so worked up over men like us wanting to meet with prettier women.
So you're not even going to trust what I've told you?
When speaking of who I've known longer, that would be Skylar, right? Now, back to the wedding. It's not canceled, just delayed a little, all right? I don't care how long it takes for me to get back there. You don't let a single guest leave.
Then we'll all just continue waiting.
So you're finally gonna listen to something that I've said? If you'd just done that for me from the start, then we wouldn't have to be sitting here getting all upset.
We'll all be waiting with excitement for you to come back here, Eric.
Sorry that everyone's gonna have to wait on me. How about you ask around and see if anyone there can do a magic show or something to entertain everyone? Hallie, what the hell did you think you were doing? Because of you, on my biggest day, I had to be embarrassed?
I'm not sure why you blame me for natural responses that would have come from anyone who had to be forced to wait as long as everyone here did.
Huh? How was any of that a natural response? I have all of my friends and colleagues here. Yet when I came back to get back to having my wedding, I get told that I'm fired? Are you guys all heartless monsters or something?
You want to know why that had to happen in front of everyone here? Because you didn't seem to understand your position at all today, no matter how much I warned you. I really don't want to say this, but I'm going to have to. Don't forget that my family's company is the company that picked you up off the ground when you had nowhere left to go. Yet today you somehow forgot that fact entirely and left this wedding to go be with your ex, leaving everyone here waiting. What is wrong with you, Eric?
Wait, that's why you should have stepped in and told all of your family not to worry about what I was doing. You're my wife after all, and your job is to make me look good and help out.
There are a lot of things I can do to help make you look good, but lying about my own feelings to make you look like a decent human being is not one of them. Also, how should I explain to everyone that my husband went and left our wedding today to be with his ex-girlfriend without looking like a complete tool? Everyone who heard about that looked at me like I was insane. So you want to know why family no longer wants you working for them? Because you are nothing but a problem child that not even we could manage to take care of.
Huh? You have no idea the kinds of things I did for your family's company, so don't you dare talk to me like you know better.
Eric, you have always loved belittling the hell out of me, and after today, I know that those kinds of hurtful words will never stop coming from you. The only reason I put up with all your crap for as long as I have is because of one thing, Eric. Ever since your family's business that they tried to run started to go under, my family has been very interested in it. The idea that I gave was by marrying you and creating a relationship between my family and yours, they would be able to buy your parents' business and make it a part of theirs. That would have been a win-win situation for all involved. But if we don't end up staying together, those talks will all vanish.
What? Huh? What kind of a boring joke is that?
You think what I just said was a joke? If anything, what you did to all of us today should have been a joke. You leaving us all here to wait for hours over your ex pissed everyone here off.
Did you really go and tell everyone here about why I had to leave the wedding for a little bit?
Of course I flippin' did, Eric. I made sure everyone knew about how you left this wedding to go be by the side of your ex because they deserved to know. You just thought everyone would have been okay with being left in the dark on having to wait hours when nothing happened?
And your job was to make up some kind of a lie that would have satisfied them all. Now you've just gone and made me look like some kind of jackass in front of everyone.
Well, what you did was something that nobody in their right mind would do on their wedding day. And the fact that you wanted me to lie to everyone about it goes to show that even you knew what you were doing was screwed up. Honestly, all you had to do today was stay here with all of us and enjoy your wedding and our marriage. That's all anyone was asking for, yet you couldn't even do the most simple and sensical thing. So don't you dare blame me for any of this when all of it is on you.
God damn it, right now is fine. You go and talk with your parents and family right now and tell them that you and I are still going to have this wedding and get married. Also, you tell them to take back what they said about firing me.
I have no reason in my mind for doing something like that now. Thank God this all unfolded before we handed in our papers to the courthouse.
If you're not going to go and talk with all of them, then I will, and I'll make sure your dad listens to me. I know that your dad, of all people, actually has a brain cell or two left in his head and preferred me over anyone else in the company. And if I really have to, I'll save my job and have you kicked out of your own family. And then your dad can adopt me and I'll take your place.
Now you're just talking like you've completely lost it.
I hope you're shaking in your shoes right now, thinking about what I'll do. Dad! I heard from your daughter what all happened. She wants to have this wedding ended and our marriage taken back. That all has to be some kind of a sick joke, right? It's surprising that a child of your standards would be able to talk to me as though I was still going to become your father-in-law. After having completely ruined my daughter's wedding today, you'd have been better off avoiding me. If you're really the man that took me into your company and praised me like you had, then that means you know I'm a far better man than whatever anyone else here believes, right? I can only wish for a better man to take your place now, because as far as I'm aware, no man would ever leave his own wedding to go and meet with his ex-girlfriend, no matter what the reasoning. Also, based off what Hallie has said about you already, she's told you 3 separate times not to talk or visit that ex anymore, correct? I'm really not sure what makes you think that I ever liked you enough to allow you to behave in that disgusting and shameless manner. But I think ending this wedding and the marriage between you both is the right choice. Understood. Then, Dad, I want to ask you something. Would you mind becoming my real father instead of always being Hallie's father? What? If this marriage between Hallie and I won't be happening, then I'd like for you to make me a part of your family through adoption. And then you can take back what was said about me being fired. I promise that I'll never make any one of you regret that decision, and I'll be the hardest working man you've ever seen. You're lucky you didn't just say that to my face, or else you'd be getting a knuckle sandwich like no other. I blame myself partially for never being able to tell what kind of vile filth you are. Back when Hallie first brought you home to see us, I should have been a bit more forward about how I didn't want her dating you. Hey, come on now. Now you're just making it sound like you were always against me dating your daughter. Correct. And that's because I always have been. At the start, I was extremely against her dating you, and even told her that if she really wanted to marry you, she'd be on her own. Huh? What man wouldn't be saying that to their daughter when they've had a look at you? Sure, back when she brought you to the house for the first time, you came in a nice suit and were very respectful to all of us. You did a great job making it look like you were a well-put-together gentleman. But after having a glance at what you were hiding behind that facade, I knew. Any time we were not in the same room as you, and it was just you and my daughter, you were on your phone and never conversed with her. And that was because, you are very much right about that observation. And when she'd have something important that she wanted to talk with you about, all you did was sit there staring at that damn phone of yours. That's when I really started to think about how you weren't really into being with my daughter, especially not with the goal of marrying her. No respectable father would want their daughter going to a man like you, Eric. And that is why, after you went home and it was just Hallie with her mother and I told her to rethink things. But no matter what I told her, she said that she was fine with the way you behaved then. You stabbed the both of us in the back, you asshole. And you have the wrong idea about all of that. Back then, the only reason I was on my phone so much, not listening to Hallie, was because one of my family members was very sick. The timing of that was all horrible, and I had to stay in touch with them because I was worried. Sorry to break this to you, Eric, but I know far more about your family than most people do, including you, even. So I would cut it out with those pathetic and baseless lies right now. What the hell? If you already know everything about them and why I was on my phone all the time, then why ask? Now you're just toying with me and wasting my time. Are you really in a place where you should feel comfortable complaining about what I'm doing, boy? You had been looking at your phone all day today, even before you had to leave to go and see your sick ex. I'm going to assume that all of that time spent staring at your phone instead of acknowledging your guests was because your ex was texting you? Someone with standards as low as you is not worth keeping in our company nor our family anymore. What the hell? You're not even my real father anyway, so I don't have to sit around listening to this crap. Who gives a damn, honestly? There are plenty of other companies out there that would love to have me in their ranks. I don't need to stay in you guys' lame company anyway. I'll go out and find another company that I find suitable for me and climb my way up there before coming back to you guys and crushing your company. What are you rambling on about, boy? Did you not notice that at today's wedding there were plenty of partners and customers to my company? Not a single one of them whom I've conversed with so far has said they'd love to have a backstabbing child like you in their company. Especially when all he'll do is call off all the time to go and be with his ex-girlfriend. If you really want to be worth something to any of those companies, you'll have to start by growing up and being respectful to others. What? I want you to understand that you'll never find a job in this line of work ever again. What did you say? Then what's going to happen with me if I can't find a job in this field anymore? What am I going to do then? Are you really saying that I won't only lose my chance at getting a wife, but I'll also have trouble finding another job? You all are monsters. Absolute abominations to man. This is all happening because you chose to go against my family's trust we had placed in you. All I freaking did was go to my ex-girlfriend's place, that's all. Why does all of this have to happen now because of that? The fact that you can't even realize what you did was wrong is the root of your problems. Are we done here? I happen to have a company to attend to, as well as an upset daughter, which means all the time I had for caring about soft little boys is up. You and I will never meet or talk to one another ever again after today. And don't ever come around my daughter again. Damn it! This was not supposed to be happening to me. I haven't done anything wrong. Hey! Because of you, my whole life is being screwed up. Because of what happened at the wedding, both of my parents are forcing me away, and I was told by your dad that I will never be able to find another job in this field ever again. I seriously cannot believe this is happening to me. How the hell are you going to take responsibility for all of this?
By not taking any responsibility for what you've done, fair and square, really. I did not cause your downfall, therefore I will not be the one to take the blame for it either. Although I would gladly take credit for it if that meant you shutting your stinking mouth. Didn't you ever think me warning you not to leave the wedding was me actually warning you? Yet you still chose your ex over me, and that showed everyone the kind of child you really are deep down. So next time you want to start blaming me for what's happened here, just remember that I warned you about all of this.
Shut up with your far-fetched logic. Are you really saying that you're happy about the fact that I might end up a piece of trash in this society now?
Actually, I look forward to seeing you on the streets really soon.
You're a bitch.
Don't start yelling at me now. One call to the police about you yelling at a stranger like that, and they'll be coming out to talk with you. Remember, you chose Skylar over me, so we're strangers to one another now. So much so that I forgot about what it felt like to love you. Actually, my love for you had slowly been washing away, but after yesterday, it's like there was never a flame to begin with.
What the frick? Do you really hate the fact that I've been with Skylar a few times that much? You think it's okay for you to hate people like that for no reason at all? You really are such a piece of dog crap. Think about it. Maybe it's because you've always hated her so much for no reason that I've wanted to talk to her more and more.
Always blaming others, just like a 5-year-old would do. Had there been no plans between us and about 50 other people yesterday, I would have probably forgiven you for going out to see her. But yesterday was a day that was meant to be about you and I, that should only ever happen once, and you blew it off for her. I've already told you why her and I aren't on the best of terms, even if she isn't willing to agree with that. But here I go again. The reason why I do not like her and wanted you to stay away from her is because she was my high school bully. To the point that I have nightmares about her sometimes and cry when I think about all she did to torture me. Just mentioning her name makes me get all nervous and worried. Yet you would always be texting with her or calling with her and going out to see her. And each and every one of those times, I'd die a little more on the inside because I'd have to relive all those bad memories.
None of that is anything I care about. You really are such a rude bitch letting yourself be held back by the past like that.
You must have no idea what it's like to be bullied then. I told you about this crap the moment I found out that you had been going out with her before, Eric. I told you that I never wanted you meeting with her again. That's it. You told me then that you understood my feelings and promised not to talk with or see her anymore. Yet time and time again, you do things like this. Why was it so hard for you to listen to what your girlfriend, your fiancé, your bride was saying?
All this babbling is starting to drive me nuts. Now that I think back on all of that, I'm happy we're done with now. I still have Skylar after all. She's told me that having me in her life still makes her feel relieved, and it does the same for me. So I'm gonna get back with her and we'll get married. I always did find her a lot more attractive than you, and way better in bed. Your boringness and lack of any good features is why I always talked with her. And since I'm not going to be working for your family's company anymore, there really is no reason for you to be in my life anymore.
What are you going on about? That is not happening.
What was that? Are you jealous of what I'm saying now? No matter what you have to say to me now to try and win me back, I know better and will not chase after that worm again.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. She has no plans of having you be around her for the rest of your life.
Huh? What makes you think you know that? I'm not gonna listen to any more of those depressing comments you're trying to keep me around with.
So you've really been out of the loop all along? I didn't think I had the right to be telling you this, but Skylar has a fiancé. I hear that things picked up really fast between them, and they will be getting married really soon here.
Huh? That another of your lame jokes or something?
To make this quick, the only reason she would ask you to come out and see her when she needed something is because she still had you on her leash and she knew it.
Now you're just making us both look bad with no proof. If that was the case, then why did she still ask me to come out and be with her when she had her fever and not her fiancé?
I had a look at her Instagram account when I woke up, and on there she talked about how her fiancé had to leave for a bit on a business trip. That's why she had to end up asking you to go take care of her, because you were the only person she knew who was so desperate for her attention that you'd drop whatever you were doing, no matter how important, to be by her.
No way.
All I had to do was look at what she posted on her story. Yet this whole time, you had no clue she was engaged and had a man she loves. It just cracks me up that you think you could get back with her in a heartbeat.
Damn it. Making fun of me like that? Stop it!
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just telling you the truth about yourself.
Hey, Hallie, you really have no plans of letting me back into your life? I promise to find another job in another field somewhere else.
Jesus, no flippin' thanks. Someone like you who couldn't even stay serious with your fiancé would never make it with a wife.
No way. Give me a chance to make this up to you.
Not happening. Don't you even talk to me anymore, you freak. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so just go screw yourself or something. I don't know.
No way. Hold on a second, Hallie. If you abandon me now, what am I supposed to do? I was planning on using you to find me another job and all. I won't be able to support myself on my own.
And you know why that is? Because deep, deep down in the part of your heart that quivers in fear when you think you're being abandoned is this pathetic little man named Eric. And that man never learned how to grow up past elementary school. And that is why he doesn't know how to do anything on his own and why he is afraid of everything, even though he thinks he can act all tough. So guess what? The only thing that is left in this world for that small, pathetic man hiding inside your heart is self-induced failure. So enjoy it. Goodbye.
Hallie! What am I going to do now? I've finally finished filling out all of that paperwork, and now there's a restraining order that means Eric will no longer be allowed within 500 feet of our family. As long as you're home with your mother and I, you will never have to worry about him.
Thank you so much for doing that, Dad. I was really getting fed up with all the texts he kept sending me, so I just went and blocked him as well as all of his social media accounts. With that, there's no way he'll be able to get inside my head while I'm home. Sorry that you had to fill out so much paperwork, though.
I should be the one apologizing to you right now. When you first brought that boy home to show him to us, I should have stepped in as your father and stopped things right then and there. Then none of this fiasco would have had to happen, and we could all be enjoying something else. You would have never been scarred by him either.
There's no reason for you to be apologizing to me like that. This all started because I didn't judge him well enough before letting him be my boyfriend. My fiancé, even.
That's because he was decent at hiding his red flags from you, and you wanted to help him and his family out. For a while there was no helping the love that you formed. But I really should have stopped things then when I realized things were very odd about the kid.
But this time you stepped in and did all sorts of things for me to make sure I escaped with little to no harm, right? That was more than enough for me, Dad. Sure, I may have had to endure being belittled by him again, but at least this time we showed him that my family and I were not to be messed with.
And that's what he'd better think for the rest of his life.
So this next time that I find someone that I want to marry, I'll make sure to run him by you first to see if he really cares about me or not. Considering that there was a lot riding on this wedding of Eric and I, his family all went and cut ties to him, realizing he'd be the cause of their business's downfall. Having lost pretty much everyone he would have relied on for help, Eric was forced into a very tough situation, and soon he couldn't even reach out to anyone anymore as lots of people blocked him. Weeks have gone by since that crazy event took place, and there are still times where I'll think about both Eric and Skylar. But whenever I zone out at work, being reminded of them, I realize that I have things I need to stay busy with right in front of me, and that really helps me forget. And one day it seems that a man in my department noticed me zoning out and came over to ask me what was up before following that up with an invite to dinner. Anyway, the thought of going out to dinner with a handsome man like him soon has completely erased any thought of those two idiots for the time being.
You really are a brazen woman for coming into this household when all of the family is ignoring you. A high school dropout lowlife like you can go ahead and eat in the doghouse tonight.
So this means there'll be no food made for me tonight?
There's no way there could be any food made for you in this household. Why would we ever want to serve food to a high school dropout lowlife like you? There's still a bag of dog food over there left over, so you can have that to eat.
No, I'll make something for myself, so don't worry.
Huh? You'll make something? I'm telling you right now that you're not allowed to use this house's kitchen, all right?
That's completely fine. I have some camping equipment that I can use. I was thinking about going to the park nearby and making up some curry for dinner.
I see. Then go right ahead and do so. Just make sure that whatever rancid curry you're capable of making doesn't have its smell latch onto you when you come home.
I think it's really difficult to make something like curry smell rancid. But don't worry. I don't think any of the smell will come close to the house, even if I have a bit of the smell on my clothing.
Well, considering we could kick you out of this house whenever we'd like, you should really get started on learning how to live out in the elements.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, you seem to be very understanding of me today. Then let me ask you this. Could you please leave this house for good starting tomorrow?
What?
You seem to be really into that camping thing now, right? I like to think it suits you very much, and you could do a lot better living outside than in this house. So I was thinking I could help you along by forcing you to stay out.
Ugh. So you're just going to kick me out of the house for good outright now?
I still can't believe how long you've made it squatting in our house when the whole family's been ignoring you the whole time. I'll have you leave this house for good, though, tomorrow, so please be ready for that. My husband's been telling me that those with a low-level education shouldn't even have a right to talk to us. So when you're out of this house, we will all finally have the ability to talk freely again. And not one person will feel sorry for you.
So you won't even regret kicking me out?
Why the heck would we regret getting a shameless squatter out of our house?
All right, then. I'll be leaving your house for good tomorrow. Just remember that no matter what you say to me, I'm not going to be coming back there.
Of course I'll remember that gladly. If you actually came back, I'd have to take more extreme measures and literally kick you out.
Hey, Ren! What the hell is going on here? I heard that you left the house for good. Why would you do something like that?
You're asking me why I left that house for good now? Do I really have to explain to you, of all people, the reason as to why I had to leave?
Wait, I get that you and my parents haven't really been getting along with one another too well recently, but...
Your parents? It's not only your parents, Grant. Things haven't been going well between me and all of you, right? I mean, not only has it been your parents ignoring me this whole time, but you as well.
But when it's just been you and I've done everything to make you comfortable, right?
Yet when your family, especially your parents, are around, you join in with them treating me like garbage, and I've had enough of that crap from you all. How the hell do you call yourself a husband when you can't even protect your wife? Idiot, I have no use for you anymore, Grant.
Hold on a sec. I have a position in this family that I have to uphold. There was no other choice for me all those times.
That's right. There wasn't any other choice for you. So go ahead and continue to stay in that position, protecting it over me. I'm leaving the house now, and your family.
Hold on, please. If you go and leave this house for good, how are we going to be able to pay the rent here? You and I have been paying half and half this whole time, right?
Half and half? I've been paying close to 80% of the rent there, while you just fork over a measly 20%. Due to the fact that you work a worthless job still, you still don't make enough to pay for half of the rent.
What? Are you trying to make fun of me now? I'm the one that actually graduated from one of the most prestigious universities in the United States.
Yet you're now making even less than someone who didn't even graduate from high school. Both you and the rest of your family, you all just love to brag about your education and crap, but look at you all. What the hell happened? Two of you are unemployed, and the other is just a paper pusher making half of what a full-time store clerk could be making.
What did you say?
No matter what I've said, the only retorts your parents have are about one's education, when them and yourself are all useless. I don't enjoy being made fun of for my education when I'm the one who's making the big bucks here.
You? Who are you calling useless?
I'm calling you and the rest of your family useless. You all just love making fun of someone for being a high school dropout, but don't want to acknowledge the fact that the high school dropout is the one making all of the money and supporting every single one of you. It's pathetic.
Now you're saying too much there. Take all that back right now.
Who the hell would take back the truth? I've had to put up with all of you ignoring me and my needs for months now. Sure, I know that I'm partially responsible for having to carry on for months like that, because I shouldn't have put up with that from the start, but without me in the house, your parents will not be able to carry on, now will they? Originally, I didn't want to leave your house knowing that fact to be true, but after how much constant crap I've been forced to chew on, I am out of here.
Hey, come on now, please, rethink what you're doing here.
How about you stop begging for me to sit around and go tell both of your parents the damn truth? Tell them that their beloved son is so useless that he has to survive on his wife's income or else he'll end up homeless, just like the both of them will.
How much more are you gonna make fun of me before you're happy?
I don't think I'll ever be happy now with how much I can make fun of someone like you. So I'm going to keep it up forever. I need to watch as you and your family go down from here on out, from the sidelines, of course. I'll really enjoy your guys' screams for having me come back here really soon. Now, I'm heading out towards my own life, and I'll never be coming back here again. As for our divorce, I'll be working with a lawyer here soon to get that all taken care of.
Hold on for just 1 second, please.
Ren, you're allowed to come back to the house now.
What's that?
I'm saying my husband and I are okay with you coming back and living in our home again. Oh, this is wonderful news for you, right? So why don't you come on back now and live with us?
What are you talking about right now, Ruth? I was going to assume that after a month without me, you'd be wanting to apologize for everything you'd done to me before. But you're not.
Apologize? And what was it again that we did to you that would require an apology? I assumed that you had finally learned your lesson and would want to come back home now. That's why I'm allowing your return.
Damn, how large does one's pride have to be for them to talk with such arrogance? Then allow me to take the lead of this conversation from you. Ruth, have you guys been able to pay the rent on that house this month? And that's the reason right there for why you want me to come back and live with you all now, right? If you'd like for someone to want to go back to their abuser's house, how about starting with an "I'm sorry" or something like that? By doing that, you'll have a far better chance of getting the victim to want to move back in with you.
What the hell? Acting all tough now, are we?
That's because I'm both tough and powerful. I'd been the one paying off most of the rent on that place every month for the three of you. And it was all because of me that you, your husband, and your son were able to live there without having to give a damn, right?
Well, I never frickin' knew about that at the time. Grant went and lied to the both of his parents about it.
I'm sure that's the case. He has an especially large pride that he's not mature enough to let down a little. But who might he have gotten that kind of behavior from,
Well, had my husband and I known that you were paying the rent for us, we would have told you to stop and started paying ourselves.
And I'm sure you would have. You both would never want to accept the fact that a high school dropout who you'd been picking on the whole time was paying for the place you both resided in.
And that's why the two of us went and kicked Grant out of the house. What? Which means we're completely fine with you coming back and living here. I know now that all Grant was doing was putting on a mask in front of his father and I to make himself look good. But when he'd go around you, he'd try to play the same game, right? Oh, that kind of a helpless man who tries to appease both sides is someone who we do not want in this house.
Wow. All that spoiling you did for Grant, and now you've gone and kicked him out, just like that. I guess when you both realized that he was completely useless, you had no other option but to kick him out.
Anyhow, you come back and live here, please. Neither of us will ignore you anymore, so don't worry about that. I'll even let you use the kitchen from now on.
After all you've had to realize this past month, you're still talking down to me like you have the upper hand? I did say something about this a while back, didn't I? No matter what happened with you all, I would not be going back to that house.
I get that, but Grant is no longer living here, so you should be fine now, right?
Sure, I really do hate his guts a lot, but when it comes to you and your husband, I hate you guys so much that the steam coming out of my ears from anger could melt steel. Not only do I not want to live with you all ever again, but I don't even want to see you guys anymore. Sorry, not sorry.
What the hell are you saying? You really are the most childish person I've ever met.
Yet the woman who had been ignoring one of her family members who had been living with her for close to a year isn't childish? Is it all right if I say that I'm tired of talking to you now?
You hold it right there, Ren.
Hey, Ren. Do you think you could help me out just a bit? I was kicked out of my parents' house. Right now I have nowhere left to go.
I don't give a damn. What is going on with all of you? It's only been a month, yet now that everything has gone to hell for you three, you all are going to beg for my help? How dare you?
I really do feel bad for all of the things that happened to you, Ren. I was in between a rock and a hard place back then, all right? You understand what I mean, right? I really respect both of my parents, but I also really love you. And, well, back then there was no way for me to make a move because the both of those things was too strong for me.
I've heard that excuse from you now 101 times. And for every one of those times, I have not found any way to comprehend what you mean.
Don't be so childish, Ren. How about you think about someone else for once, like me, who had been in such a tough position at the time?
Childish? You sound just like someone else I really frickin' hate. Your parents were just saying that exact same thing to me for the exact same reasons.
She was saying that? I guess my mom is thinking the same thing as me right now. But I was disowned by the both of them and kicked out of their house. I'm never gonna be meeting with either one of them ever again.
Now, how did you know that it was your mom who said that?
What?
Why did you just say your mom and not your dad then?
What? Wait, about that, Look, calling someone childish sounds like something only my mom would ever really say to someone else.
Could this mean that whole thing about you getting disowned and kicked out of their house was a lie? You're just using that as a way to try and get me to sympathize, to empathize with you, so that you can get more money out of me.
If
you're not going to say anything, then I'm not going to bother with you guys anymore. Really, if you guys were struggling that badly, I would have liked it if you just said that outright like grown adults would.
You have it all wrong. I was forced to do this by my mom. I'm not working together with her and my dad as an accomplice or anything. I was ordered by my mom to go out and get money from you, and if I couldn't, she'd cut ties to me along with my dad.
So like always, you're just doing as your parents say. How pathetic and miserable of a man you are.
Shut up! I have no other choice but to do this, all right? Hey, come on now. All we need for right now is this month's rent from you, so please give it to us. Right now I'm working a part-time job during weeknights and on the weekend to make some extra cash. I'm sure that by next month I'll be pulling in enough to be able to pay the rent myself without any help, but I don't get paid until next month, all right? Can you at least give me some money for this month so that I don't have to lose my parents?
Why are you trying so hard right now? If both of your parents are just sucking you dry of all your money and are forcing you to now have to work that much, why not just leave them to rot and go find your own place?
Because I'm their only child. That means that I have to be the one to take care of those two. This is the duty of a son. I have to be there to protect them at all costs.
Scary. So what you're telling me is, as a husband, it was not your duty to protect your wife at all costs?
I was doing my best to take care of you, all right? But the reason why my parents hated you so much was partially due to the fact that you had an attitude they did not like.
Huh?
You were always being sassy with them anytime they'd talk to you, right? You would also use very rash phrasing and never acted like you respected either one of them. I think that's the reason why those two had to make fun of you for being a high school dropout then. I think you should be aware that you are partially to blame for all that happened then.
The fact that you're sitting there begging me for my hard-earned money, yet still want to take a chance to preach? I knew you and your parents were one and the same thing. You all can't get enough when it comes to making me look and feel like trash.
What? No, wait, that's not what I meant. I just like to say things the way they are.
Forget it. I don't really care anymore. All I care about is summing what I learned from you today up. You want me to financially support you and your parents, right? In other words, that means you are in such a bad position that you only have me to rely on, although you're not treating me like I'm your last hope. I'll have to say no to your request for now then, since it seems you're not taking things seriously enough yet.
No, wait, hold on a second, Ren. I'm sorry about that. I did a really bad job asking you for help just then.
Don't worry about the way you asked, because no matter how you would have asked me, I don't feel like giving any more of my money away to 3 arrogant slugs. How about you do what most people do and borrow some money?
Please, Ren, don't leave me like this. If you don't do anything for me here, then both of my parents are going to abandon me.
I think being abandoned by those two is the best outcome. You'll finally be free of those two and be able to do whatever you want with your time and money. Doesn't that sound great to you? Ruth, if you ever come around me like that again, I'm going to call the police. All right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Stop playing dumb with me for 2 seconds. I saw you out there wandering around my house like you were looking for a way inside of it. I'm not sure how you came across my new address or anything like that, but if you don't get the hell out of here, I'm calling the police.
I'm just out taking a walk is all, okay? I never knew that this part of town was so close to where you live now. And if you call the police on me, that's what I'll have to tell them.
Ugh, is that what you think? Will you go ahead and do whatever and say whatever you want?
Jesus, you really won't ever stop being such a tight ass, huh? Well, now that I know your house is around here, I have something I'd like to come and say to you. But before I come over, I'll give you a little rundown first. I happen to have this friend, all right? And he is a very muscular and scary-looking man who had even mastered 5 kinds of martial arts. And, well, I'd like to come over and visit you with him at my side.
I have never been threatened like this before.
What? Oh, you think that I'm threatening you? Explain how that was me threatening you. I'm not sure what about that made you think it was a threat, but if you don't mind, how about coming out from inside your house so we can talk? I came all the way out here to learn that it's where you're living, so how about you come out to say hi and chat for a bit?
No, thank you. Go back to your house or anywhere else right now. And as for that man you just told me about, I don't care to meet him much either.
Oh? Well, but it seems we're on our way over to your place right now. He seems to be really interested in you, actually, and has gotten a head start.
Is that right? But I still have no plans of going out there to meet either one of you. I'm telling you, it's best that you both go home right now.
That's not going to happen now. We're on our way right now, so it's too late for you. And it's far too late for you to regret everything now.
So that's how things are going to be. All right, then.
Mom? What the actual hell do you think you're doing? Who the hell was that man just then? Why was he going after Ren?
What? Grant, what are you going on about right now?
I'm not joking around right now, Mom, so please get real here. I want to know who that man was that you sent to Wren's house. Right as I got inside the house, he came and broke off the lock to the door. He then came in and started looking for Wren before I went and told him to stop. And then one of the security guards from the gated community came and took him down as they both threw punches at one another.
So in the end, he was taken away by security? Wait. Grant, why are you at Wren's house right now?
I came here to talk with her about the divorce and everything it entails. I brought over some other paperwork for her and was just dropping it off inside. And when that man broke into the house from behind me, it was all bad timing. Especially since that was when a security patrol was coming down the street and saw it happen.
Then, if he was taken away by security, does that mean the police?
I'm sure they're handing him over right now. Luckily, all the houses in this community have cameras all over them for that extra security. So he's going to have to face charges for breaking and entering, as well as for assaulting one of the security guards.
Oh, all you ever do is the most needless things when I have a plan. Having to keep such a useless son like you around has caused me enough harm. Don't you come back to the house ever again. I am cutting ties to you forever now.
Understood, Mom.
What? You're not going to beg for me to forgive you or anything like that.
There's just one thing I'd like to ask you before I go, and that's if you're really going to be okay, Mom.
What?
If you're willing to kick me out of your house now, then who will be the one to take care of both you and Dad? Will the both of you even be able to come close to paying for rent every month there?
Wait, that's,
Honestly, though, I've been wanting to get away from the both of you for a while now. I've finally seen just what horrible people you both really were to Wren, and that I enabled all of it to happen. I want to change my ways now after that, and in order to do such a thing, the first thing I have to do is change the environment in which I live.
Huh? Grant, are you actually planning on leaving our house?
You just told me that you were cutting ties to me, right? What did you think something like that actually meant for me? That means that I have to leave your house now, whether I want to or not, and that you should be happy about it, right?
Wait, I get that I said I wanted to cut ties to you, but I never actually wanted you to take that literally just then.
Wow. Anywho, I'm gonna be leaving your house now. I'll start living on my own again and focus a lot more on working and saving up money. And when I have enough saved up, I'll give it all to Wren as a form of a settlement for what had happened to her.
You hold it right there, Grant. Are you just going to abandon your father and I and leave for good?
You have been the one threatening to cut ties to me for years now, so why should this come as much of a shock to you? You should be crying tears of joy over the fact that I'm finally agreeing with it. This is my way of being a great son to you.
Excuse me, Wren, you do something about Grant right now that will set him straight. He just told me that he's going to cut ties to his father and I and then leave this house forever.
But hasn't it been you who's threatened to cut ties this whole entire time?
I get that, but I was never once being serious about it. You go and explain that to him right now.
And why would I want to help any of you, dumbass?
What?
You've become so obnoxious recently that I'm no longer going to talk kindly to you. By the way, just a second ago, you had a man break into my home through the front door and come looking for me, right? Sure, Grant was here to tell him off as the security guards came in to get him. But had Grant not been here, that man would have come up those stairs to my room and most likely screwed me up badly.
Wait, no, I told that man to just get up in your face as a threat. I never wanted him to do any physical harm. Had he done that, I would have taken back all the money that I paid him. And him hitting Grant was not something I asked him to do. Grant should have never been there in the first place, right? And the same goes with the security guard.
That does not matter to me now. Just know that I won't be helping someone who tried to threaten me again. How badly has your head been damaged for you to have such a stupid thought process as that about this? You can boast all you want about your education, but those born with such a low IQ will keep that low IQ forever. What? Ren, what did you just say to me? Shut your damn mouth for once. Just shut up and apologize for what you did already. If you want my help, then start with an apology. Then I might actually put some thought into how to help you. Really? Yes. I would never ever lie to you, right?
Ren, I'm so sorry for what I've done. All of those times that I acted way out of line and treated you like crap. And today, sending a man like that into your house to try and threaten you. I'm so sorry for all of that. I'm sorry.
All right, understood. Goodbye forever now.
What? Wait, but our promise. I just went through all that trouble to apologize to you.
I know that. I told you that I'd think about helping you if you went and apologized to me. But I never said I'd outright help you. And after putting a second of thought into it, I've decided that I won't be helping you after all.
Huh? What the hell, Ren? That was dirty of you.
But I never once lied to you, right?
What the actual frick? Hey, please. If I'm abandoned by you two now, then I'm going to lose my house and my husband for good. I don't have Grant anymore to ask for help. Hey, please, help us out just one last time.
You won't have a house? Well, then I have this wonderful idea for you that will totally work. I've tried it out before, so it's been proven. Go out behind your house and there will be a doghouse, right? How about you go live and eat in there for the time being? Thanks for what you did a little bit ago, Grant. Because of that, I didn't have to end up being beaten to a pulp.
Nah, don't worry about it. As a man, it was my job to keep a scary dude like that out of the house. And as your husband, really, I did that because for a very long time ago, I've done nothing husband-like for you.
Yeah, that's true. But you're not really my husband anymore. Instead, my ex-husband, right?
That's right. Ren, I'm so sorry about everything that's happened to you. And this past month after you were forced to leave the house and I couldn't be around you, I started to realize all of my wrongs, especially those surrounding my terrible behavior.
It's a bit too late for you to realize all of that, though, right? But you knowing now that you were in the wrong is a good thing. Now, with a new understanding and how not to act as a husband and a man, go ahead and put them to work in this next chapter of your life.
So you're really not wanting to get back together, huh?
Huh? You know very well that I'm never taking you back. The fact that I'm getting a settlement from you should be proof of that.
What? That's a joke, right? If you could just give me one more chance is all.
I will never have anything to do with you ever again, Grant. If I were to let you be my husband again, you'd be asking me to pay 80% of the rent again, right? After that, both Ruth and her husband were no longer able to pay the rent on the house they were in, having lost Grant, and from there had to start living without a house. Ruth was sending me text after text asking for help, but I did everything I could to ignore all the notifications. Grant told me that he'd also be ignoring both his mom and dad, and would never help either of them out anymore. Eventually, that led to Ruth and her husband having to leave the city we were in. And as of right now, nobody really knows where they went or what they're doing. And as for all those texts Ruth would be sending me before, they've completely stopped coming. The only person I'm still texting with from that family is Grant, and only to make sure that the settlement money makes it to me. He's still been trying a few times to ask if I still don't want him back, and like always, I'm letting him know that it's never going to happen. I think he should just be happy that he had the chance to escape from those awful parents and can now start living by himself. He should learn like I have that there are a lot of great things about living on your own again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, I heard that you were going to be getting married from Mom. So, tell me, who's the lucky guy? Probably some poor sap really down on his luck, huh?
Hey there, sis. Glad to see that you're as rude as ever. I guess that means you must be doing well then, right?
So it is true. Are you really going to be getting married? What's the person like? I bet they're just some scammer after your money. Who else would want to marry you?
Can you please just cut it out already, Teresa? I mean, we haven't talked in ages, and this is how you greet your little sister? I thought you might have been just a little more excited to hear that I was getting married. Or is it that your life is going so horribly that you have nothing better to do but take others down?
You wish that were the case, dork. I just want to remind you that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be happy. Especially not as happy as I am with my amazing husband. You're just a bottom-dwelling piece of trash, and nothing is going to change that.
Okay, did you message me because you wanted to talk about something, or is this it? Because I never remember even asking you to message me for anything. If you want to congratulate me on my wedding, then do so and leave me alone.
Oh, right, that reminds me. I heard about where it was that you were going to be holding your wedding.
I guess news really does travel fast these days, doesn't it?
You really think that your wedding is going to be good enough to make it worth holding at a place like that? What are you, a moron or something?
What are you even talking about, Teresa? If you have a problem with where I'm holding my wedding, then you should just come out and say it. Why are you even acting like this anyways? We're both adults, but sometimes it feels like I'm the only one who acts like it.
Oh, really? You think you're so much more mature than me, huh? Well, I think that you're just getting upset because you know that what I'm saying is true.
I really don't think that at all. Like, even one bit.
All I'm saying is that the place you got for your wedding is way too good for the likes of you. And just how many people are you going to be inviting anyways? You seriously need to learn your place.
Wait a second. Are you just mad about where I'm getting married because it's in a bigger venue than where you did?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you really think I would let myself be bothered by something so stupid? I just think that you're getting a bit uppity and need to stay where you belong.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I don't think there's anything to be worried about. My fiancé made the reservations, and I think most of the guests there are going to be his anyways. He was going to be inviting friends and family, but also some people from his work as well as business partners. Does that make you feel better about the whole thing?
So what? Your husband works for some kind of big company or something like that? Is that your way of trying to brag about him to me?
No, he doesn't work for a company or anything like that at all.
Wait, what? So then he's just a freelancer or something like that then?
No, he's not that either. He just invests in the stock market and makes money that way. I don't really know all the details personally.
Wait, what? Is that the best you could come up with? So, basically, you're getting married to some small-time freelancer, and you think I'm not going to go after you for that.
Well, it would certainly mean a lot to me if you didn't bully me for who I'm going to marry. I don't really see how who I marry or where I do is really any concern of yours. So I think you'd be better off just not worrying about that at all.
You really are a stupid little girl, do you know that? Sometimes I wish I could live in the fantasy world that you've made for yourself.
I'm sorry, Teresa, but putting down others isn't going to change anything about your own life. Maybe you should just worry about your own stuff and leave me alone. Anyways, when I have more details about the wedding, I'll let you know. But don't think you're under any obligation to be there. I would hate for you to lower yourself just for me.
I found out who your husband is, Max.
What are you talking about this time, Teresa?
I really couldn't believe that it was him when I saw what he was wearing while going out into town. You really did marry some lowly little freelancer, didn't you?
Teresa, I really think you have no idea what you're even talking about.
No. I went around where you live and I saw your husband going out. At first I was like, is that really her husband? I mean, I thought that you didn't have any sense of fashion, but this guy looked like he might have been homeless or something. Just what state could your home be in, I wonder?
Well, he works at home and was probably just going out to buy some lunch for himself. Is that really so weird to do? And just what are you doing coming around where I live to spy on us? That's pretty creepy, you know?
Creepy? How is it creepy for your older sister to see how you're living?
Well, I guess I don't really mind since we're going to be moving out soon, but still, can you quit creeping around us?
I knew it! I knew that you were too embarrassed to tell me about your husband because he's just some shut-in slob. Do our parents know that you're marrying this guy?
I didn't think I needed their permission to marry who I want. But what I do want is for you to quit creeping around my house and spying on me.
Man, I sure am glad that I married the man that I did. If I married some creepy-looking loser like you, I don't know how I would live with myself.
You seriously just need to learn to mind your own business and stay out of mine.
Hey there, sis. Just wanted to let you know that we won't be showing up to your wedding today.
Are you kidding me? The wedding starts in 10 minutes, Teresa.
That sounds like a you problem. You should just be grateful that I said anything to you at all. I know all about how you're just holding this wedding to scam people via wedding gifts. You just want everyone to buy you expensive stuff so that you can go and sell it all online and make a little money, huh? Well, my husband and I are just sitting here laughing at the state of your life right now.
And just where in the world did you get the idea that that was happening? It seems to me like you're very quick to judge about things you know nothing about. But are you seriously not going to show up to my wedding at all? Did you seriously just last minute cancel on your own sister's wedding?
It sure seems that way, doesn't it? But this is what you get for forgetting your place and trying to be something that you're not.
Well, thank you so much for texting me to remind me of that. And fine, don't show up. Have it your way.
I bet you two are dressed in just some of the shabbiest wedding clothes ever known to man. I can almost see it now. Man, what a sad, pathetic sight it's got to be.
Well, then don't bother coming. It sounds to me like you've already made up your mind about that.
I bet we're not the only ones who canceled. Who would even want to be there for you anyways?
Well, actually, things are going great, and there are even a few famous people at this great venue we booked. So we don't want or need your company.
Famous people? Is that supposed to be a joke?
No, it's not a joke. In fact, I just want you to know that I don't even think of you as my sister anymore. So even if you tried to come in, you wouldn't be able to. If you're curious for answers, maybe you should Google my husband's name and see what comes up.
Max, what the heck is the meaning of all this, huh? Why aren't I being let into your wedding? What the heck is going on?
I already told you that you wouldn't be able to get in if you tried, didn't I?
But you were being serious about that?
Of course I was. I didn't want you here ruining the day, not just for me, but for Mom and Dad, too. And just what are you doing showing up so late to my wedding anyways?
What am I doing? I want to know what you're doing. You said your husband was an investor, but when I Googled him, a bunch of TV clips came up where he's being interviewed about the market. I had no idea he was such a big deal in the finance world. Even I've heard of him, and I don't even follow that kind of news.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, but what do you want me to do about it? You already knew what he looked like when you were spying on us, although he normally isn't dressed like that when he goes on TV.
But I had no idea what he even looked like, much less what he looked like in street clothes. And I had no idea that you were going to be marrying such a rich guy. But that means that you have to just be marrying him for his money, right? This is all just part of a big plot of yours, isn't it?
Can you please just give it a rest already, Teresa?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I work as an editor for a rather large business magazine. That's how we met. We bonded over mutual interests, and now we're getting married, and that's it.
But you're really just after him for his money, right? You should have introduced me to him when you met him. I'm a way better match for him than you are.
You literally had no idea who he was until just a moment ago. Can you please stop acting like you're owed anything?
But it isn't fair! I'm way prettier than you! Why do you get a husband like that?
I don't know what you want me to say to that. He is marrying me because he loves me, and that's that.
If anyone is thinking about marrying someone just for the money, it's you. You had no interest in my fiancé at all until you found out who he really was. Don't try and lump me in with people like you.
What do you mean? Why are you being so mean to me? I didn't even do anything.
Except that you've been putting down my husband while knowing nothing about him, despite the fact that you've also been stalking us like a creep. So if you want to know why you're not being let into our wedding, you can start there.
But you're my sister? I have to be there at your wedding.
I thought I already told you that you aren't my sister anymore. I want nothing to do with you ever again. Got it?
You think you can treat me like this just because you're getting married to a rich guy? Well, I'll just steal him right from under you. What do you think of that?
I think that you're talking nonsense and you don't even realize what you're saying. And that's just another reason why we're not letting you in. You're just here to make a big scene and ruin my wedding.
But I haven't even done anything wrong. How can you just accuse me like that?
We literally hired security for our wedding with you showing up and trying to do something like you are right now in mind. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself right now. Why don't you save some of your pride and just go home already, Teresa?
But this isn't fair! I got dressed up and came all the way here, and now you're telling me that you're not going to let me in? It's outrageous. How could you do this to me? All I did was cancel at the last minute. Is that really so bad?
I think that you only have yourself to blame for all of this, and that it's not fair for you to act like I'm being unfair right now. Just leave and save yourself more embarrassment. You're being filmed by the security cameras, you know.
But I really want to go to your wedding now that I knew famous people are going to be there. You have to introduce me to someone, please.
Aren't you married?
Forget about that. What about after the wedding is over? Is there going to be a reception somewhere? Maybe I can just meet you all there, right? Please tell me where to go.
Just go home already, Teresa. You know, this wedding might show up in some newspapers somewhere. Can you please just go before people find out that we're related? You're going to embarrass me and our family.
Excuse me. I'm going to embarrass our family. How dare you look down on me like that? Who do you think you are? You know, Mom and Dad reached out to me after I told you I wasn't going to your wedding, and they told me to never contact them again. You're trying to cut me out of your life when I didn't even do anything. My life's falling apart right now, and it's all your fault. You have to help me out somehow.
Why should I help you out with anything when this is all your fault?
What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense.
I really don't know what you even think I can do for you at this point. There are already rumors flying around the wedding about the crazy lady asking to be let in. There would be no point in joining the wedding now. The best you can do is just turn around and go home to save face. All you're doing now is making yourself look bad.
I'm the one making me look bad. You've got some nerve telling that to me. This is all your fault, you little brat.
I don't have time for this anymore. I know that you've built yourself up by tearing me down, but I am not going to stand for it anymore. I am cutting you out of my life. Please never, ever contact me again. Just leave me alone, Teresa.
But what about the wedding? I still want in. You can't just turn me away like this. I'm really sorry for canceling last minute, but please?
I've already given you my answer. Now please go home and get out of my life. After that, I just started ignoring my sister's texts. As she got more and more frustrated with not being let into the venue, she began acting out more and more. It got to the point where people began filming her antics and uploading them online, where she became somewhat viral. Her newfound popularity from screaming to be let inside of this celebrity wedding was enough to affect her husband, who was quickly identified after she went viral. It didn't take long after that for him to ask Teresa for a divorce. With no husband or family willing to talk to her, Teresa was left all alone. I'm sure she tried reaching out to me for help, but I had already blocked her on all social media, and she had no way of contacting me.
Teresa hadn't worked since getting married and so had no savings of her own to speak of. I really have no idea what happened to her since then, but I've put her behind me and have concentrated on my own happiness with my loving husband and parents.
Did you really end up going to the hospital? What a drama queen.
Wait, are you serious right now?
Of course I am. She's my mother, you know. A fight between women isn't something I need to be super worried about.
You say that, but she cut my mouth and there's a lot of blood. You don't suddenly punch people like that. We only came to visit her, and yet this is what happened.
I told you, my mom is a bit possessive of me. She might say some foul things.
I would have much preferred words than her fists. Your mother punched me. That's not the actions of a person who is a bit possessive.
Yeah, that was pretty unexpected. Though, can you blame her? News like marriage will put someone like her in shock. I'm sure she was just testing to see if you're a woman who can handle that.
You cannot be serious right now. She wasn't testing me. She's just plain crazy. Yet, while I was getting beaten like crazy by your mother, I could hear your voice saying, "Here she goes again."
Listen here, Madison, you can't be calling another person's parents crazy. You're the crazy one. That woman raised me.
What? You're defending your mother right now? A normal person could easily tell that the one who struck a person would be in the wrong. Does your family not have that kind of common sense?
Cut it out. You're being extremely rude right now. I'm the man you're marrying. You have no right to be talking to your future husband like this.
Are you serious right now? I surely hope that you're not expecting to have the man in charge mindset once we get married.
Man in charge. I have no reason to be like that. A wife's job is to support her husband. That's normal. You're of course going to always be behind me, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you going on about? Where is this old-fashioned mindset coming from? This is the modern world where men and women are on equal footing. I didn't know people with that mindset still existed.
Doesn't matter what era we're in. The power dynamic of men and women hasn't changed. Are you saying that a woman has the strength to protect a man? Don't be ridiculous. Women are the ones that need to be protected, and in return, the women can comfort the men.
Protect? What are men protecting women from in this day and age? I have no intentions of quitting my job. You know that, right? We're both going to be working, so that means we're on equal footing.
What are you talking about? Of course we're both going to work. That's normal. There's no way I would pick a woman who thinks that she can provide for her man alone.
Hang on, what do you mean? The first portion of what you were saying makes sense, but you still expect the woman to have to care for the man along with all of that? I don't think I get what you're saying.
Of course I expect that. What, are you still out of it from those hits? A woman can't survive without being married, right? Love is like a life goal, isn't it? A man isn't like that, though.
What are you going on about? That isn't true.
Well, you say that, but you're already at a pretty old age now. You said that you dream of getting married and having a nice, happy family. I'm granting you that wish, aren't I?
So now you're showing your real personality.
Real personality? It's only just because we haven't had conversations like this before. Oh, speaking of conversations we never had.
I don't think I like where this is going.
It's not anything bad. It's just about how once we get married and start living together, Mom wants to live with us as well.
What? Did you enter your head as well? What are you talking about? Not anything bad. That lady punched me 5 consecutive times. What do you think would happen if we start living under the same roof?
Hey, watch your mouth. This is your future mother-in-law. I admit that today wasn't ideal, but that's just because she was a bit angry.
Anybody else would call that being psychotic. Any person who gets mad would try to rationalize and not let their anger take over to beat another person up.
What'd you say? This is exactly the exact reason why Mama doesn't even like you.
Wait, Mama? Did you just say Mama?
Force of habit. I always refer to her as Mama. But I am aware of how that seems outside, so I do try to avoid referring to her as that around others.
Oh, really? I'm starting to get used to these revelations.
Anyways, Mama was just unhappy that you were stealing me from her. So it's not a big deal. Once she calms down, she'll be a lot nicer. Just give her some time.
Calm down? Do you mean I'm going to have to deal with being her punching bag until she calms down? I'll pass.
Don't be like that. Here, I'll apologize for today. I'll also talk to Mama for you as well. So let's just brush all of this under the rug, okay?
You have no right to be saying that. Why are you acting all high and mighty in this situation? I feel no vibes of you wanting my forgiveness.
Well, duh. You're the one who should be asking for forgiveness. You get punched a few times and now you change your mind? You have to convince Mama to let us get married.
Huh? Is there anything in your head? I have no reason to ask for forgiveness. Goodbye.
You're such a pushover. Well, anyway, make sure to keep an ice pack on your head. I'll give you some time to cool off.
No thanks. I have nothing further to discuss with you. Thanks for everything. Goodbye. This is Trent's mother. Nancy, I hear that you're quite the pushover. Huh? Is there something you need? Contacting me all of a sudden. Did you ask for my contact info from Trent? My, you're quite the rude one, aren't you? You're the one who randomly decided to make your living room a boxing ring, and yet you have the nerve to talk to me about my manners? You're exactly the kind of person I thought you would be. A selfish, hard-headed, and ridiculously proud woman. Is that so? So then you don't need to be talking with me any longer if that's the case. We both don't get out of continuing this conversation. That! Exactly that! How dare you treat your superior like that? My superior? Where is the superior you talk about? Oh, you mean my elder. Well, that I could understand. You're treating your future-in-law like this isn't a good look. I can read other people's auras, that's how I knew. Your aura is pitch black. You aren't fit for my son. Oh my. There's so much I could say. Where should I start? Well, if my aura that you can somehow see is pitch black, then that means yours is whatever a black hole is. I have no time to deal with this stupid conversation. If you have something you need to say, hurry up and spill it. You don't want to live in the same house as me? That's right. Why would I want to live with a criminal? Criminal? Who are you talking about? Of course it's you. Who else would it be? Huh, what did I do? Calling someone a criminal. Why did Trent choose a girl like you? You suddenly punched me 5 times. I'm going to file a report on this. File a report? You're being overdramatic. I only punched you and you're making such a fuss over it. You still haven't apologized for it. The least you could do is say that you're sorry for punching me. Huh? Why do I need to apologize? You're the one who was trying to marry my son, which means that you're trying to steal him from me. I have never once said that I had any intentions of that. Anyways, rest assured, I'm not marrying your son anymore. Wait, really? Yes, really. Good for you. You can keep your son. Forever. I'm going to double check this with my son. But this means that you're leaving the house to him, right? In what world would that happen? That house is signed under my name and bought with my money, which means that everything there is mine. What? Then where are we going to live? How in the world should I know? You guys can just keep living in the apartment of yours. What'd you say? This is all too different from what I've heard. I'm going to check with my son. This is different from what I've heard as well, but do whatever you want.
Hey, pick up your phone! I heard from Mom. Just stop being so petty, canceling our engagement over something so minor.
I'm not the petty one in this conversation. Did I say goodbye to you? I'd figured that I had given the message that we were through.
What are you talking about? It's just a tiny spat between partners. Don't throw the entire relationship away for something like that. We're in the process of getting our marriage license.
I canceled that. I'm not spending my life with a criminal and her son.
I heard about the whole criminal thing as well. Mama just punched you, that's it. There's no reason for you to be calling her a criminal over something like that. So petty.
You guys are both messed up in the head.
You just got mad over the fact that Mama didn't approve of our marriage. Well, good news. She calmed down and gave her approval.
Why would I be happy over this? Who would marry someone like you? I already said this. I canceled the marriage license and am filing a report of your mother.
What? You're joking, right? I mean, we're trying to buy a house.
We're? I'm the one who is paying for it. I'm using my money to buy the house and said that I would allow you to live there with me. What are you doing acting like it's yours?
It's what we planned on, though, right? Just because you fought with Mom doesn't mean that you need to be doing all this.
You just want to be spoiled since that's how you grew up. The moment we agreed on getting married, you decided to show off your borderline incestuous relationship with your mother and expect everything to be okay? You're just a bum.
A bum? I work, though.
Yeah, we both work, but my wage is far more than yours. It's why I'm the one who always pays more than you do. You pretend to be a gentleman, paying for our meals at restaurants, and yet I'm always the one handing you the cash to pay before we go in.
A man wants to show off at those times. What's up with you? You haven't complained about these things before.
That's because I still thought that you were a decent person back then. The moment your mama comes into the picture, you start acting like a brat.
This is normal for any married couple.
If that's what helps you sleep at night, then sure, keep thinking about that. I'm gonna be submitting this file to the police now. Goodbye.
Hang on, we're family, right? Don't submit that report.
I don't want to be part of a family with you and your criminal mother in it.
But you said you wanted a family. You said you wanted to get married. If you end things now, nobody wants to be with you at your age.
I'd rather be alone than be a family with you. You're a bum. Just because you're a male doesn't mean that you're any less of a bum. If you love each other that much, then maybe you should live with your mother for the rest of your life. Oh, but if I submit this report, then you'd lose your mother as well. Madison did submit the report on Nancy, and she ended up getting charged with battery. With that and having to pay for Madison's medical bills, the two fell into despair. As for Madison, she became a writer and decided to make a novel loosely based on the events that happened. Her book caused major media attention. It's good for parents and their children to get along, but it's a problem when it gets to the point those two displayed.
Don't ever come again, you b****!
Wow, what were you thinking hitting me with an ashtray? I could have died.
It's self-defense! If an intruder comes into your house, isn't it common sense to defend yourself?
I rang the doorbell and came in from the front door. You call that an intruder? You're the one that invited me in.
What's with the attitude? Do you think you can talk back to me?
Damn, you're so grumpy. Are you enjoying your life?
Of course! I've been working hard, unlike you, since I was young, so I am where I am today.
I just asked you a question. Why are you bringing me up? You're so weird. Like, are you okay?
I'm worried about you more because I'm afraid that I hit you too hard, that it made you even more stupid.
You just proved that you're a criminal, you know.
Then why don't you try and sue me? I have money, so there's no meaning though.
Aren't you embarrassed to say things like this?
Shut up! Don't ever contact us again! Just remember that you are rock bottom, okay?
You're a piece of shit. 30 minutes later.
Mary, are you okay? Does it still hurt? Can you drive?
Are you seriously going to ask if I can drive after what happened? What the hell is wrong with your dad?
Sorry, but he was like that since I was a kid. My mom was fed up with him, so they've been separated for a while. He has a lot of money and power, and also, my family are all bankers except for me, so it's hard to talk back.
You knew he was crazy!
I didn't expect him to punch you. I haven't met him for a while, and I thought he would be nicer now, but I guess not.
Okay, and?
And?
I was hit in the face with an ashtray! I could have died! Are you not going to say anything?
Oh, that really sucks?
You're not going to apologize?
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't really expect him to do something like that.
Even if I lived a serious life, I would have still gotten the same treatment.
You can beat up my dad, because I'm tired of him too.
If you hate him, why don't you do something?
I'm not strong like you, Mary.
You want me to protect you or something? Are you serious? Can't believe I got engaged to you. My life sucks.
Everything is my fault, and I truly apologize.
Well, not everything. I was the one that said I wanted to meet your parents. I'm going to your house again to sort out things, so can you please go home by yourself?
What? Are you going to beat up my dad? Nice! Can I watch?
Nope. Go the f*** home.
How am I supposed to go home with no car? Can you at least drive me to the closest bus stop?
Shut the f*** up.
Sorry.
30 minutes later.
Why are you roaming around the house? I told you to leave!
I want to talk, so please open the door.
Of course not! Don't disturb me because I'm busy sanitizing the house!
Why do you hate me so much?
You are from a poor family, didn't graduate from college, and aren't working a decent job. And you look cheap in general. Joe is a failure to our family, but I didn't expect him to get engaged to someone like you!
I think we could get to know more about each other if we talk.
Are you kidding me? I know that you will choose violence!
Violence, huh? I don't think someone who hit a person with an ashtray should say that.
Are you saying that I'm rock bottom?
I didn't say a word about that. How can you act like you're smart when you're actually stupid?
You're the one that's stupid! You just want our money, right? If you don't decline marrying Joe, I will hit you with the ashtray again, okay?
Are you for real? I'm never gonna forgive you.
What are you going to do?
I already hired a lawyer and I'm going to sue you about this, so you should be ready. Oh, and I'm also going to file a police report.
You shouldn't do that, because it's going to be a waste of money and time. I'm actually being nice here.
Why would I not do it? My lawyer said that you're going to be charged with assault for causing bodily harm.
What do you mean you're a lawyer?
He's a lawyer hired by the company that I own.
What? Company? You're a CEO?
Yeah. I run an online shopping site. I think you've seen my commercials on TV. I left my business card in your mailbox.
Wait, it's a pretty big company. You're the CEO?
Yup. We do business with your bank as well.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Didn't you say you were an office worker?
Well, I'm on the computer all day, so...
What should I do? I didn't know about this. Oh, I'll actually approve the marriage. So can you take down the police report?
Nothing will change even if you try to negotiate something.
What should I do? Seriously?
Nothing. Just accept the fact that you're going to get sued.
Please, I'll give you money. How much do you want?
This is not a problem that can be solved with money. I took screenshots of the conversation, so I'm planning on showing this to the public.
Wait, no!
I don't think that anyone would want to use a bank with a worker like you. I'm going to cease all transactions and move our savings. No matter how hard you try, I will not change my mind.
Don't act all that!
I could say the exact same thing right back at you. Oh, I also need to add defamation. A minute later.
Hey, Joe, can you do something about Mary? She's trying to sue me! I don't think that she's going to change her mind, even if I talk to her. Are you thinking that this is not your problem? Our family is in big trouble! You are involved also because you are part of the family! You said I was a failure to the family this whole time, but then you decide to say I'm part of the family when you're in trouble? To be honest, I was really irritated by you, so I will not help you. Are you serious? Yeah. And also, I'm not a banker. so it doesn't matter if you get sued and get fired from the bank. We are a family! Are you being serious now? Don't talk about being a family when you hit your son's fiancée in the face with an ashtray! This is why Mom was fed up with you! Please, help me! Deal with this by yourself, please. I will not help you. So good luck with everything. Wait!
A few days later, I saw the news, Mr. Archer. I'm so happy that the media made this headline on the news. How was your job? Did everyone give you the cold shoulder?
My life is ruined because of you! Don't even send me a chat, because I need to go to court soon!
I heard that you were charged with other crimes, so your life must really suck right now.
It does! My wife sent me divorce papers. The bank fired me and charged me for damage that I created, so I had to sell the house.
Do you want me to feel bad for you or something? Sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you at all. I will charge you a good amount, so you must have no hope, but all this is your fault.
Stop acting like you won!
Well, I did! And I also have more money than you wish you had.
Someday I'll get my revenge, so I will not give up!
That's up to you, but you can't do anything because I still have all the evidence. So if you find a new place to work, I'll just upload all of it to that website. You will get backlash for the rest of your life, but you deserve this for what you've done to me. Oh, looks like some of your family members got fired too. Oh, that's too bad.
Are you having fun ruining someone and their family's life?
Yeah. Also, what's with the attitude? Do you think you can talk back to me? After the incident, I went to court against Mr. Archer, and of course I won. He was charged with other crimes and went from rich to poor and ended up being in debt. I was not surprised because he's the kind of person to hit someone with an ashtray. He has no money and no house now, and everyone is giving him the cold shoulder. He is now facing backlash and is known as a crackhead old fart. On the other hand, since Joe didn't help me and probably won't from now on, I've decided to keep my distance from him for a while.
Hey, you better have dinner ready for me by the time that I get home.
What are you talking about? Don't I always have dinner ready for you by then? Also, you do realize that I also work, right? I just happen to be good enough at time management to set aside enough time to cook too. But we've talked about this before, and I really would appreciate it if you cooked once in a while. I mean, we're married. Shouldn't we be helping each other when we're able to?
What on earth are you talking about, woman?
Excuse me? What is your deal, Stan?
You said we're married, right? Well, that makes you my wife, which makes it your job to cook. So basically, all you're saying is that you want an excuse to be a bad wife and get out doing your wifely duties. I don't care what excuse you could come up with. I'm the husband. You will do as I say. And I say that it's your job to take care of things at home. Do you really think that you could start bossing me around just because you work too? If you're gonna act that way towards me, then we might as well get divorced.
But, wait, Stan, you're not being fair. You know that I take my work really seriously. I mean, we both earn money and help with the bills. It's not like I'm in some entry position job or something.
That isn't the point, Olivia. The point is, when a woman gets married, she becomes responsible for taking care of everything at home. So either be a good wife or get out of my life.
How can you say something like that, Stan? You really think that I don't have anything better to do with my time? I am seriously at my limits with you.
Yeah. You always say that, but it's not like you've divorced me yet. Probably because you don't have the guts to. You know that you can't do any better than me, so you better just do as I say.
And just what makes you think that I don't have any choice but to stay with you? All I'm asking for is a little help with the work around the house, and you're throwing a tantrum.
I really just can't believe you, Olivia. When are you finally going to learn your lesson? We've been married for years, so what I want to know is why you still haven't learned to cook a decent meal. What's the point of being married to such a useless woman, huh?
Okay then, if you hate being with me so much, why don't you just move out, huh?
Excuse me? I know that you didn't just say that to me. Besides, if anyone needs to move out, it's you.
No, Stan. I work the same hours that you do, and when I'm able to get home on time, I always make sure to have dinner ready for us. But despite all the hard work that I put in, you have never, ever thanked me, even once. Why do you even bother coming home most nights if you hate it so much here?
You better watch how you talk to me, woman. I am not to be trifled with.
And just what are you going to do about it? Why do you always have to be so confrontational? And what makes you think that it's okay to constantly be putting me down like this?
What kind of stupid question is that? I wouldn't have to remind you of your place if you just shut up and cleaned the house and cooked like I asked. Instead, you're always coming up with excuses to get out of doing housework.
I think it's you that's always trying to get out of doing any work around here. I mean, just how much longer are you even going to be staying here anyways? Because I am taking care of things to the best that my schedule and ability allows. If you have a problem with that, then you can help clean up the house.
You never know when to stop, do you? You seriously think you could just run your mouth all you like, huh?
I really don't get it, Stan. Just what in the world makes you think that it's okay to talk to someone like this? Why are you always so rude and angry towards me when I try to talk calmly with you about things?
Don't you tell me what to do. You're my wife, and I'll talk to you however I please, thank you very much.
Your wife? Are you sure about that, Stan?
Oh, please. I know what you mean. I also wonder for how much longer I'm going to call you that. But if you keep up this nasty attitude you have towards me, I can guarantee you that it won't be for long.
No, wait, that wasn't quite what I was saying there.
There you go, trying to walk things back, now that you realize you've screwed up. But if you don't want me to divorce you, you'll just shut up and take care of the house like I ask. Got it?
Stan? Stan? I really think you have no idea just quite where you stand right now. Do you really think you can just keep talking to me like this and not expect any consequences? You really don't seem to understand at all that you're not in a good position to be saying those things to me.
And just what position am I in? You women are all the same. You think you can just boss around your husband all day after you're married. Well, I'm here to bring a little order back to the world, starting with a wife that obeys what I tell her. Now, I have had enough of your backtalk. You are my wife, you will do what I tell you. Sometimes I wonder why I even bother staying married to you at all.
If you want a wife like that, then why don't you just go out and find one then, huh? Because I am definitely not going to be her. I don't know what kind of woman would ever want to marry you if that's really how you think a marriage should work, though.
There you go, running your mouth again. All you're doing is digging yourself a deeper hole. I don't think you know just how lucky you are to have a husband like me, who is kind enough to let you get away with all this.
You. A nice husband.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Of course I'm nice. I'm only acting the way that I am because I have to deal with my horrid witch of a wife who still doesn't understand just how close I really am to divorcing her.
You do realize that we're already divorced, don't you?
What in the world are you talking about now?
I mean that you've been going on and on about how I'm your wife, but we're already divorced. Have you really forgotten about that? The only thing left to settle between us is when you're finally going to be moving out. But I think I've had it with you. So I want you out now.
Wait a second. Hold on. What do you mean we're already divorced? We're still married. Have you gone crazy or something? Why would I be threatening you with divorce if we are already separated?
That's what I'm wondering too. But we have literally submitted the paperwork for our divorce. That's why I'm waiting for you to finally move out of the house.
Wait, divorce papers? What do you mean?
I mean, the papers that a married couple sign when they don't want to be married anymore. What else?
But you mean you annulled our marriage without even telling me about it? Just when did all of this happen?
I told you when I dropped off the papers, Stan. I know for a fact that you've known about this because I know that I told you. I think you just never listen to a word that I say, and that's why you're surprised. But if you don't believe me, then why not call the courthouse yourself? But, wow, I just really can't believe that you thought you and I were still married. It's almost cute if it weren't such a revolting thought.
And just what is that supposed to mean? You're lying to me and I know it. Either that or you really did submit that paperwork without telling me. Because I know that I never gave permission for you to do that, and I'd never signed anything.
I literally only turned them in 2 weeks ago. How have you already forgotten? Ever since then, I've been waiting for you to move out, but I guess you just had no idea you were supposed to. So you can quit trying to order me around and threatening me because we're through.
But that can't be right. So we're really divorced?
Yep, that's what I've been saying this whole time. Now can you please just get out of my house?
But what do you mean?
I mean that the house that we've both been living in belongs to me, and now that we're not married, I would like you out of it. I never want to see you again, do you understand me?
You just can't kick me out of this house. Besides, it's mine.
Do you really think that you own this house, Stan?
I don't think. I know. And I know that this house is mine. That's another reason why I know you're lying about the divorce. You wouldn't have anywhere else to live. So if what you're really saying is true, then it's time for you to leave the house. And if you want to stay, then you'll have to beg for my forgiveness.
You seriously have no idea what you're talking about at all, do you?
Stop saying that. I know what I'm talking about, Olivia.
If that were true, you would know that only my name is on the deed of the house because I paid for it when we moved in. This was even covered on the paperwork that we signed when we got divorced.
But I mean, when did we even sign these divorce papers, huh?
You don't even remember signing them, do you?
I don't have time to read every little thing that gets shoved in my face. I was probably dealing with it at work and just wanted to get it over with.
Well, if that's how you chose to handle that paperwork, then that's your fault. Man, I wish I had a job where they didn't care at all what I did on company time. You must have it really easy.
So that the house really isn't mine at all?
For the millionth time, no. The house is not yours. It's mine.
That can't be right. It has to be mine. I'm the husband. Of course the house is mine.
Wow, that is a really airtight defense. I would try using that in court and see what happens. Especially after you tell the court about how you don't even remember signing your own divorce papers. But you do remember when we first moved here, we agreed that I would buy the house since I was making so much more money than you were? Then again, I don't know why I expect you to remember anything at this point. But it's not my problem.
I really didn't pay anything for the house at all? Is that really what happened?
Nope. You didn't, nor have you, contributed a single penny to paying for our house. How do you even forget something like that? Actually, no, I don't really care. I just want you out. You don't have a right to be there any longer.
But wait, I mean, are we really divorced?
Do we really have to go through this whole thing again? Yes! We're divorced! We signed the papers, turned them in, had it notarized, and everything!
But I don't remember signing anything. This can't be right. You must have tricked me somehow. I would never do something like that, so I just know that you've got to be lying to me.
I don't know what to say, because I literally remember handing them to you to sign and getting them back in the evening after you came back home from work.
That isn't true, though. That can't be what happened because that's not how I remember it.
Well, then maybe you should cut back on all the drinking. It's probably giving you brain damage. You do remember why we divorced in the first place, don't you? You were doing the exact same thing that you're doing now. You were ordering me around and treating me poorly. Then you would threaten me with divorce if I didn't do as you say. Well, I got fed up with that. So I said, okay, let's divorce. Got the paperwork, signed it, and then gave it to you to sign.
But that's not what I remember happening.
I don't really care one bit what you remember because it's what happened. How many times are you going to make me go through this before you understand that I'm telling the truth?
It can't be right.
Well, it is. So just accept it and move on. You were the only one constantly saying that if I wasn't happy doing whatever you said that I should just divorce you. Well, I wasn't happy, so I did. This was all your idea.
Okay, Olivia, maybe we both need to calm down a bit.
I'm very calm. The only thing that's upsetting me, though, is the fact that my ex-husband won't leave the house.
But I was never actually going to divorce you.
What are you talking about?
I never actually meant what I said when I threatened you. Please, this is too much for me to handle right now. I can't lose you.
Man, you are such a loser. I don't care at all about what you think about our marriage because we aren't married anymore. And while we were married, I hated it because you were a domineering jerk.
That isn't what we're talking about right now. And besides, I was just trying to be strict with you so that you could learn to be a better wife for me.
Oh, well, excuse me for misunderstanding your intent. Had I known that it would have changed everything. Is that what you want me to say to you, you pathetic creep?
Please, why are you being so mean to me?
Because I am sick and tired of your sexist language and the control that you think you have over me. I go to work every day and make more money than you, and you still tried to force me to do all of the housework by myself. You never, ever offered to help me, and all you ever did was complain that I wasn't doing enough.
Please, Olivia, I really didn't know that I was making you so angry with all of that. But please, just calm down.
Has telling someone to calm down ever actually made them calm down? Besides, just why should I even listen to you now that you're nobody to me?
But we could get back together, right? We can make it work. I know that we can. You have to forgive me.
I don't have to do anything for you ever again, Stan. And do you want to know why? Because for the 100th, millionth time, we are divorced!
Don't say that, please. I get it. I may have gone a little overboard with things, but it doesn't mean that we can't fix this. We can still save this marriage.
For the last time, there is no marriage to be saved. Just get out of my house and get out of my life already. If you don't leave, I'm just going to hire a moving company to take you away. Do you understand me? I want you out of the house by the end of tomorrow.
Come on, surely we can work this out. I know that we can fix everything if we just talk.
I can't believe that you're still not getting it. I tried talking to you, and you wouldn't listen. Instead, you just kept up the same attitude that you held to me until just a bit ago. There is nothing to fix now. It's over. You're too late to change anything about this. Now, get out of my house and never ever come near me again. By the end of tomorrow, Stan had packed his bags and was out of the house. I don't know where he went to live after that, but he did try to come back several times and beg me to let him back in. Luckily, I had the locks changed the same day he left, just in case he tried something like that. All his banging on my door only resulted in one of the neighbors calling the police on him. They showed up and asked him to leave. He ended up coming back again, though, and was arrested. In the end, I had to get a restraining order against him. I have no idea how he's doing now, and quite frankly, I really don't care.
Hi, Emmett. Are you guys seriously going to be holding a wedding in the middle of nowhere next week? Is it because you guys couldn't afford anywhere?
Oh, hi Elise. We had money to pay for the venue, but don't have that much money like you and Mike.
Of course not. We run a company so we're rich, it's an embarrassment to be related to you guys.
Please don't say that because Luna is your husband's little sister. Don't you love her?
Mike and Luna rarely talk to each other, and also I don't want to waste my time getting to know someone poor.
Did you send me a message because you wanted to say that?
I was just worried about the wedding fee. Were you able to pay for it? I think it costs a lot of money, right?
Well, it did cost a good amount. I might have used up most of my savings.
Oh, so I'm guessing that even if you guys add up all your savings, you'll barely have enough for one wedding, right? I think it's because you guys aren't taking your job seriously.
We might not be giving our all, but it's great working outside in the sun. By the way, you seem really busy working in the city.
Yeah, I need to go a lot of places in one day.
Oh wow, I really respect you.
I'm a businesswoman, unlike you, who just grows vegetables, which anyone can do. You don't understand how hard my job is, right?
Yes, I don't know. Luna and I also really don't go to the city also, so...
If you're a farmer, why not use a truck and do business on your own?
We want to, but we don't know anything about what a salesperson does. All we do is focus on making delicious vegetables.
If you don't know anything about it, then how are you going to sell your vegetables? Oh, wow. Can't believe people like you are going to be part of my family. No wonder Mike doesn't listen to you.
I just don't know things. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, because you didn't graduate college, right? Anyways, I will go now since I've had enough of your stupidness. Good luck with the cheap wedding, which I probably won't go to.
Excuse me?
Did Elise say something to you?
Yeah, how did you know?
You seem a little down.
I actually got a chat from her this morning.
Like, making fun of you? Yeah, she said something like, poor farmer. What the hell does she want to do?
I think she's full of herself since she's working at a big city. I mean, I was too when I worked around there when I was younger.
You were young. She's almost 40. Are you serious?
Can you talk to Mike about her and explain how ridiculous she is?
Why? I haven't talked to him for years.
I can talk to him for you. I just thought I needed to tell him because I want to have a better relationship with him. As a family and also business-wise. I just don't want the wedding to be ruined because of her.
It's okay. I will contact him, but can I think about it?
Sure, but why aren't you getting along with him?
It's more like he forgot about us. His missus got successful 10 years ago and he hasn't come home since, so...
Oh, I see. So it's kind of hard to reach him, right? But since you sent an invitation, he might come.
I hope so, but the problem is if he comes, then Elise is coming also. I can't believe that I need to think about a lot of things for my wedding.
Why don't we just relax and watch a movie drinking wine? Sounds good?
Yes. Thanks, Emmett. Today is your wedding. It's the only day you could be the center of attention. Good for you.
Yeah, I've never seen this much people in a very long time, so I'm excited.
What a pitiful life you've lived. But unfortunately, you will not be the center of attention today.
What do you mean?
We don't want to waste our time going to the wedding because we don't belong there.
Wait, we? Who?
Our relatives? We just don't want to breathe the same air.
You are so rude, but just want to say that everyone is here except for you and Mike, actually.
What?
You should know your place before you make fun of others. Who do you think will listen to you?
Wait, everyone is there?
Yes, I'm so glad.
Why would anyone go to a poor farmer's wedding? Everyone betrayed me.
You're not in elementary school, please. No one will listen to you because they're all grown-ups.
Are you telling me that I'm a kid?
Yes, what? Are you not?
Shut up. Do you know who you're talking to? I just want to warn you that I can ruin your life easily, so you shouldn't say things like that.
I don't think you can do that, though.
Excuse me? I work at a big city, unlike you who work in the middle of nowhere. I have connections with a lot of people, so I can make your farm go out of business.
It looks like you're proud of working in a big city, but don't you just work part-time as a deliverer?
What?
It's an important job, I know, but just wondering about the connections you have. You work part-time, so I thought that you wouldn't want to have much people. You started from the end of last year, right?
Can you stop joking around? I'm a businesswoman. I even showed you my business card once.
That business card was a different person of the same name. You probably made a delivery to that company and found out her name was the same as yours when she signed the receipt, so you asked for her business card, right?
How do you know about this?
I heard that you were showing off that business card in various places and also used it to pay taxes, right? You've done things that are so easy to research.
Research? Okay, you know what? I will tell Mike about this. Sorry, but I need to ruin your farm.
Before telling Mike, you need to do something about this. You used a business card that's not even yours. Don't you think that this is a criminal act?
Do you have proof?
Yeah, I met with the real Elise and also talked to the company about this. I'm actually with a lawyer right now to talk about how much damage misuse of this business card is.
Hold up. Lawyer? What?
You used her card to pay later at the bar you go to, since they'll think that you're able to pay, right? Also, you registered on a dating app using her info. You tried to connect with the CEO of different companies. It's not cheating, but what you did is still unforgivable.
Wait, how do you know so much?
The CEO that you met about 2 weeks ago is an acquaintance of mine, and he's here.
What? Are you joking with me now?
No, he divorced his wife 5 years ago, so I thought it was sad and started the dating app. Oh, and he knows Mike also because he used to work under him. He's asking where Mike is, by the way.
Mike is not going.
But it's his little sister's wedding.
Whatever. He is saying that he's not going.
Really? Did you even tell him about this? I think that you threw away the invitations, right? You really don't want to be relatives with a farmer, huh?
Exactly. Wait! I just turned on the TV, but what the heck is this?
Oh, did you see? Since there are celebrities and CEOs of different companies, there are lots of cameras right now.
Wait, I'm so confused right now.
Our vegetables are used at famous restaurants, and we were actually able to write cooking books for our vegetables. I didn't expect it to be this way. I'm so happy.
I can't believe this. Wait, is that Mike on TV?
Yep, Luna contacted him. We're actually business partners because he uses our vegetables for his restaurant. He was pissed that you threw away all the invitations, by the way.
Well, that's because I thought that Luna wasn't close to him.
That doesn't mean that you can throw it away.
I'm so sorry for that. Wait, I'm going to the wedding. I didn't know that you guys were this famous. I want to apologize to Mike also, so I'm going. I have the invitation, so I should be okay, right?
It's going to take a long time to get here from where you live, so I don't think you'll make it on time.
It's okay. I'm going there right now.
Sorry, but the wedding is going to start, and even if you do come, you can't come in. Mike also told me that he's going to divorce you.
What? Wait! I can't believe this! I'm going no matter what! Even though I won't make it to the ceremony, there's the after party!
I told you, you can't come in! You just want to meet people and make connections, right?
Whatever! Tell me the address right now!
You won't know even if I tell you, because it's in the middle of nowhere. Somehow she was able to make it to our wedding, but since she was a stranger and didn't have the invitation, she couldn't get in. After the ceremony, she apologized to Mike many times, but since there was the incident about the invitation and the dating app, he divorced her. About the misuse of the credit card, the real Elise demanded compensation to the fake Elise, but since fake Elise didn't have any money, she left the city with the granny bike that she used for work. I don't know what she's doing now, but I wonder how she thinks about herself now. On the other hand, we got married and are still successful farmers. Mike and Luna were able to communicate since the wedding, and Mike comes over to hang out sometimes. I'm glad that everything turned out okay.